You're watching PTV.
I want my PTV.
You're watching PTV.
from the San Francisco Bay Area. It's time for PTV Live. And now, here are the stars of PTV Live: Arnie, Doug, Ben, and Sherry.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PTV Live. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug. Why didn't you push a button on there?
Because it automatically rolls.
Oh, I thought there was this button.
Sometimes I do, but this time I don't have to because it just automatically rolls.
Sigh.
So
I don't know what you do anymore.
so again, I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sherry.
Right below Sherry, you can see that that was our generation's first iPhone. That was sent to me as a joke. And of course, Chatty's always amusing to us. So I like having that there. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I know this Monday was very busy for all of us here. It was crazy busy this morning and afternoon.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Wow. But I work from home on Mondays, so it keeps you on my toes.
It's that time of year where the birthdays start exploding.
Yeah.
You know, we had a
niece.
a great niece, and then my dad's was on Saturday. Today is my niece's birthday. She's 8.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And then
tomorrow, our Wednesday, two days later, is Sherry's.
And then March 2nd is the baby.
The other great niece to it's just.
And then it's Ron.
Yeah, Ron's on March 6th.
And
your guys' great niece, the little one, my
and
older brother.
Yeah, Matt's the end of March.
Yeah.
And then
It's
April.
birthday season.
We're going in birthday season.
Yep. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry. Cynthia's sick tonight.
CYNTHIA. Every time I see your name.
Oh my gosh, it's like Pavlov's dog.
Yeah.
He hears a bell and then starts spouting.
CYNTHIA.
Well, you can see behind me, I've got a Vitamix behind me, so we're going to be doing that in just a bit. But before we get started with that,
Sup,
John. We have Craft Time choice, and that was a poll we did on Instagram and Facebook this past week. Polling ended last night, and I wanted to let everyone know
you didn't pick the funereal one.
it was
because she brought us for us to see him, and it is the one on the A. Very, very funereal. It's like you put over a tombstone. It was pretty bad. Then I have the other one. It's not.
You know, I told Sherry it looks like it's going to hang in some high-end lady's restroom.
To me, I wanted to smell it. I thought it smelled very potpourri, like an old lady house. You know, very full of bathroom potpourri.
But it didn't smell.
No,
Oh,
but that's
goodness.
what I did. So that's what we're going to be so-called making.
Sherry, do you want to go ahead and get started with that craft real fast so that you can show? She's going to do this one in 2 steps. She's going to start with this one right now.
Yeah, but give me a minute or so. The iron has to heat up.
Okay, that's fine. In the meantime, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. You know, I'm seeing other people join the show tonight. Thank you for participating in the chat. We really like seeing everyone participate that way. Goodness.
What are we doing next?
Okay, we are going to be doing a craft for Sherry, but she's
buying
waiting for
stuff
her
on-
iron.
She's
Just
buying
the first
stuff on
part.
Temu.
What?
You're buying stuff on Temu.
No.
I'm not.
It has nothing to do with that. But we are waiting for the little
Iron to heat
iron
up.
press to heat up.
So I
Okay.
can show you what I did.
All right. Well, what do you want me to go ahead and get started with a cocktail then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get to the cocktail. I just sent Doug for ice because we're going to be doing something a little different tonight. We are going to be using the Vitamix, the little blender behind us. So I'm
Want
going
me to put it in there?
Yeah, go ahead and put in the ice right away.
Ice.
So we're going to do an... an ice drink.
Sounds like you're in a hotel lobby.
Well, first of all, it's called a bushwhacker. This is 2 drinks. I wanted to get some of the cream of coconut going, so go ahead and put in that.
I'm gonna be the dumper.
Okay, and then let's put in 2 ounces of cream of coconut, and we'll get that going.
That's very viscous.
Yeah, it's very thick.
Wow, it's very...
You might want to use your finger to
No, it plopped right out.
It did? Oh, good. Oh, because I put the cream in first.
And it was cold.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there was a lot of lube there because its cream is fat. So it just glided right off. It went out in clumps.
Okay.
Watch, it just clumps out. Watch.
Look at that. It does.
Oh! Oh, God, I should be paying attention. Oh, I'm making a huge mess.
Oh, Doug.
Oh, my God, look at this. I was fascinating. I didn't know where it was clumping. Oh, crap.
Okay, can I have...
I'm making a huge mess.
Here's a napkin. Okay.
Everything I touch gets ruined.
Do you want to go to me while you clean up?
No.
No, it's so fine because I have to start putting in the other ingredients. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to you while we blend it, and I'm going to mute this side because it's loud.
Okay, I'm going to put this in the toilet.
Okay, so this is 2 ounces of coffee liqueur. In this case, we're using Kahlua.
All right, Sherry's already on board.
I am. I'm on board with the whole thing.
Okay. And then this is going to be a nice spiced dark rum from...
Release the Kraken.
The Kraken. So we're going to go ahead and put in 2 ounces of this.
That's dark rum?
It's a dark spiced rum.
Okay. Oh, I let it when it goes glug, 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 glug. Ooh, it smells very rummy.
I would hope so.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, now, Sherry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it to you. Wait a minute. Before you do that, Doug, let me go ahead.
Is this on? Oh, there it is.
It's on. But before you do
Did you
that...
put everything in there?
Sorry?
Did you put everything in the Vitamix already?
We have the coffee liqueur, the dark rum, the cream of coconut, the ice, and the heavy cream. Everything's there. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, let me go ahead and let me mute my side and go for it, Sherry.
Hold on. No. We need the introduction of what we're doing here. You're muted, Arnie. I can't hear a thing you're saying.
Do you remember that? I went ahead and said it's part B. You know, we chose
right,
B.
right. But
didn't you do a banner?
We did a graphic, right?
Oh my goodness, that's right.
And then you need to do the overhead.
That's right. I did do a graphic. Okay, let me go ahead and show that map. That it's a Mod Podge moment.
There you go.
Thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, I'm going to mute. Doug will be using the Vitamix.
All right. And just turn the overhead on. Yeah, that's not the overhead yet. there we go. All right.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I've done this process before.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you. I used Mod Podge. We're really with it tonight, folks. And I haven't even had a drink. Okay. I took this heart shape, and I'll show it to you later, but I Mod Podged it, and I let it dry. And then I'm putting this piece of craft paper on top. And then I'm putting a piece of parchment paper on top of that and taking my little Cricut press, and I'm going to iron it on. The heat activates the Mod Podge so that it sticks, and I don't have all the wrinkles that you get when you put it right on wet Mod Podge. So this is my favorite way of using Mod Podge as a glue underneath craft paper.
Which is why you don't see her using a whole lot of Mod Podge on camera these days, because of the way she chooses to use it.
There's another way that I heard about that I'm anxious to try, and that is with cling wrap. You're supposed to be able to use like saran wrap, a piece of saran wrap underneath the paper that you're using, and press it, and the plastic melts and acts as a glue.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I
wouldn't have even thought of that.
I'm curious to see how that will work. It's just that I've used Mod Podge this way for a while now, and I really like
the results. Turn out really nice.
The results turn out very nice.
It's a nice flat surface.
But this, I'm going to go ahead and do ahead of time now so that I can go ahead and sand the edges, and they will be ready for the rest of the craft.
At the end of the show.
At the end of the show. But we wanted to make sure that you could see what this process looked like. Now, let's see. It looks like it's all okay. And then what I do is I'll turn it over, and I will trim it with some scissors to as close as I can get.
Well, it looks like the Mod Podge was activated.
It does, because it's sticking.
Everything is staying in place.
Yeah.
Did you finish with the Vitamix over there?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we did.
Okay, so then I'm just trimming it up, and then I'll go ahead and sand the edges to get a nice smooth edge on it.
Yeah, it looks like she's cutting a paper butt.
You like your butts. Every time you see a heart, you say a butt. It's so juvenile.
Oh, you just wait, Doug. I bought some bunny butts because my grandkids saw a video of a craft that they want me to do, and it involves a bunny butt. And they
really like the whole bunny butt decoration thing, but by the way, this thing is amazing.
They just thought it was the funniest thing, a bunny butt, and that's all that was sold. No other part of the rabbit, just the bunny butt.
So all right. I'm bringing it back here for just a second.
Yeah.
This bushwhacker. Oh my gosh.
So good. Have it when it's really hot.
Yeah.
This is a summer drink.
This is a milkshake.
Yeah. It's magical. It is so good.
Yeah, so definitely.
It's my type of drink.
How boozy is it, and do you really taste the
not boozy at all?
It's not boozy at all.
Very light in the coffee. Very light in the rum. It's very, very cold. But it's so amazing.
Yeah, that sounds like it's right up Sherry's alley.
The coconut cream kind of still clogged on the side. Everything was so icy.
I like anything with coconut cream in it.
Yeah.
It worked. It's just, I had coconut cream all inside of it, so everything worked perfect. Oh my God, it's amazing.
Sherry, this is a good one. We'll make it again when the weather warms up.
What I like is the coconut cream with pineapple rum. The Malibu pineapple rum.
I love Malibu.
Ooh, that's sickly sweet. Ooh.
Okay, so I'm just taking my little finger sander and just sanding along the edge of the part, and as you can tell, it just comes right off
with a nice clean edge.
Clean edge. Yep. So you can go ahead and keep doing whatever you need to do, and I'll just sand this away.
Oh, you've got drink in hand. We've all watched a movie from Saturday night. Let's go to the Hallmark movie review.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's farting around
by the way.
Yeah,
I just want to say, Candy Mom wants to taste test this.
Oh, no, you got to have this. This is amazing.
Let's get to the Hallmark movie review.
Cynthia.
I have to highlight this comment here.
John, we do have squeezy bottles for everything here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have the same stuff. Go show them the package.
That company does all kinds of different fruit purees and creams.
It comes in a squeezy bottle.
Yeah, I've seen it in pineapple. I've seen it in coconut. I've seen it in mango. I've
Well,
seen it in
you gotta be
strawberry.
careful with displaying the label properly. That looks like it could be mayonnaise.
Real gourmet cream of coconut.
Okay.
Infused extracts. It's not real, but it's delicious.
Okay.
It's also very cold.
This past Saturday's movie, it's in the refrigerator. It's supposed to be refrigerated.
That's right. That's why it comes out in clumps.
Yeah.
It's like body glitter when you sweat at clumps.
Oh, I see.
You would
Donna
know
used
that because
Okay.
It's from an episode of The Big Bang Theory.
Coquitos, as in tiny frogs. Well, it's Puerto Rico that way anyway.
That is a Puerto Rican thing.
Saturday night's movie premiered on Hallmark Channel, part of Lovey-Wary Jane Austen, or what we've been calling January. Lily, a hopeless romantic and literary enthusiast, is surprised when her wish to talk to her favorite author comes true, and Jane Austen herself appears in her life. This one stars Alison Sweeney and Benjamin Ayers, and a wonderful cameo from Jane Austen.
Yeah.
I don't remember the actress's name. Okay. That was actually a very high level summary of the show, of the whole movie. She is in charge of a Jane Austen club, and she's looking for a new place. And
they're curious about our
thoughts on this one.
The drum roll, please.
We did enjoy this one.
I loved it.
Yeah, we did.
Absolutely loved it.
On second thinkings of it, there were some questions that I had about it, but otherwise, I would say it's definitely a hit.
Yeah, it was a hit. There was stuff that made you giggle throughout the whole thing because it was silly but fun.
Silly is a good word for it because
it was
silly in places, but it was appropriately silly.
Right, and
it hit the right mark.
It was
interesting things that would come out of Lily's mouth, and Jane would say, "What is that? You're speaking English, but none of that makes sense."
The Alexa Siri thing was absolutely brilliant.
Oh, when they had Jane talking to Alexa,
and the English proper, and all of a sudden the music plays. They're hitting it out the park. Baseball terminology, and surprisingly, for the last two, it was creative. It was done really, really well. I thought it was really funny.
I liked it.
I did. It was interesting though because they say that the film stars Alison Sweeney and Benjamin Ayers, and Benjamin actually was almost a secondary character at times in this film.
At the very beginning, he was, but as the movie progressed, his character became more involved with Alison Sweeney's character. But I was actually pleased with how much Alison was on screen and how her character developed as the movie went along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it was really well done. She was really set in her ways, very anti technology,
internet. Definitely, she didn't want that.
And as she went along, she finally warmed up to how books could play a part in technology.
Yeah.
And it was just a really, really fun watch. I had to step away from the movie for a little bit, and I put it on pause. And 2/3 of the movie had already played through, and it didn't even feel like it.
Yes, it clipped right along. I love that they didn't make him a douchey,
a tech weasel,
tech bro. He was just kind of like on the edge. The banter between Benjamin and Alison over the authors, when they would say a quote, they would say an author. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
The thing that bothered me though, and it has nothing to do with the fact that we saw last week's movie first, and that is that the setup, the characters in the story itself, she was a literary person. She just constantly thought that way. And then same thing with this character. And then last week, Mr. Darcy was in tech. And then this guy was in tech. So
oh my gosh, I never even noticed it. Yeah, because
I hadn't put
I
the
hadn't
two and
paid
two
attention.
together.
yeah,
on
they
that.
made him both
so
tech bros.
that was one of those things that kind of like, okay, this was done last week. This was okay. I mean, it didn't bother me enough, but
well, you noticed that now that it is. Yeah, they didn't get too creative. They made him both
I found
tech bros.
I found Lily to be clumsy and awkward,
which I loved.
in her own skin, which fit the character. I also found her at times to be frumpy, almost as if she was dressing to impress Jane Austen rather than
Being modern.
today's
her
modern society.
Her shoes were bothering me.
She could barely walk in her shoes.
Yeah, her shoes are driving me absolutely crazy. She was constantly running around, and she could never run in these shoes that they were picking, so she looked like she was going to fall at any moment. So her shoes were absolutely horrible because she was just... Most of the time, she didn't look like she could walk, let alone... I mean, you can't run in those shoes. No, that was the only thing. The shoes thing with her was driving me crazy.
But I did enjoy the film.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
I was clipping right along. It was really... And how she went to Jane saying, yeah, my next book, I already have an idea. And then she's like, so what are you going to do? And she's like, from Mr. Darcy's side of the point of view, take her idea. Oh, good. So the shoes were driving me crazy.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I mean, the whole conversation with Jane, the herd of cattle, it was done really well. I just loved how these people don't look like they make that much money, live in these exquisite houses. Because her house was killer. Very craftsman, and it was just big. And it's like, I know it's Hallmark, and you don't know how people can afford these houses. And it makes me laugh. I'm like,
reality for a lot of these things.
I know.
The one thing, she was talking to Jane Austen. You got to suspend reality right there.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I like how Jane is popping up throughout the movie, even at work.
And the secondary story with her friend at work who was
her Punjabi friend,
who was going to be in an arranged marriage, and she was very upset about it.
The hissing parents and those.
I don't know. To me, I get it. I understand that this was a take somewhat loosely on Emma, so Emma sets people up for love, but it seemed a little thrown in there, shall we say?
She needed a friend to talk to. That I don't think was hogging it.
I disagree because it was introduced at the beginning of the film, and they were able to allow that little story to be interjected throughout the entire time, and it did break up the action of Jane Austen and Lily, and her interaction with Benjamin Ayer's character. So it was a nice touch to have included in the film.
And her work was a big part of it, and that dorky coworker who she thought it was her would come to find out was her Punjabi friend. So, I mean, I thought that those little side ones didn't hog the movie or make it more substantial. They were a nice little clipping along that there was a little bit.
I just thought it was well balanced.
Yeah.
But even with the things that I mentioned, I still enjoyed the film. It was definitely
it was a great movie.
Yeah, it was definitely high marks for us.
But
our Hallmark savant gives it 5+ Ben burritos.
Oh yeah, by far. The society where she had her little book club, the character that stood out and I thought that was absolutely brilliant was the trucker.
Oh my gosh,
I was reading this book outside of Barstow, and anybody knows in North America or in the United States and Southern California, Barstow is just an armpit. And, when he's clipping right along, him was brilliant. He was a Jane Austen fan. I like all the characters.
I loved his trucker hat that said, I love Jane.
I love Jane. I mean, just having him that it was diverse and socially accepted on somebody that was 206 years old.
No,
or dead.
No, not 206, 206.
Oh,
she was very specific
about that.
It was very British English in that respect.
Yeah, in the herd of cattle. But it had humor. It had pacing. Yeah. The clipping and the little weird little awkward. I mean, come on, the trucker guy.
Yeah, we did enjoy this film though as a whole.
Yeah.
So,
Now, is Is it Barstow or is it Needles that has the largest thermometer in California?
Neither.
Oh, I don't know.
Neither.
Where is the?
It's in the middle of the desert on the way to Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it is?
On Interstate 15.
It's nasty, everybody, but that's
But so
that's a whole
Ben,
thing.
what did you score the movie?
I gave it a 9.5. It was probably closer to 10 because it was a fun watch. It was well casted. The pacing was great, and I didn't want to punch anyone through the TV.
Sherry, what was your score?
I gave it a 9.5 as well.
Okay. And on initial viewing, Doug and I both gave it a 9.
Yeah, very sparkly, solid gold 9. I mean, it was just really good.
I was tired when I watched it, but it kept my interest.
So, as a whole so far, that's 2 for 2 for January.
Yeah, they're...
I loved the introduction again, just like last week.
Yeah, it was
good
animation.
That was another one that had the same similar construction in the film. It was an animated beginning, which on its own stands out as different. But again, both films together, back to back, they were very similar.
And the sneak preview, so the first break is the sneak preview for the next week. I mean, so far it's going well. I think this coming up Saturday is going to be good too. I watched the preview and I watched the sneak peek, and honestly, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah,
I agree, Paul. I agree.
Yeah, they needed to. I'm glad they're doing these. These are fun.
And this one is
they
called
take a concept.
This next film is something called something America in Austin.
American in
Austin or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's the next one. She ends up being in a Jane Austen novel.
Yeah, she gets transported in it. It's just very creative ideas.
I like the way she talked to Mr. Darcy in the preview, and he was like, she's an interesting one.
An interesting creature, I think is what he called her.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, do a little cleanup here. Doug's sake.
Oh, yeah, there's stuff everywhere.
There's stuff that we need to clean up. So we'll take a quick break here. You're watching PTV Live. We will be right back. We use the Friendly TV app to watch Hallmark. And now we can watch Lifetime, History, A&E, and more. There are over 30 channels from which to choose. We can even add Hallmark movies now to our subscription. Plans start at just $6.99 a month with no commitments. Download the Friendly TV app today at try.friendlytv.com.
You're watching PTV.
PTV Live is moving. Beginning Monday, February 5th, PTV Live will be moving to its new time slot, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Now you can watch Arnie, Doug, Ben, and Sherry every week 90 minutes earlier. Remember, the new time for PTV Live begins on February 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Only on PTV.
Not quite. Welcome back, everyone. That's right. We are now Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So that in case you're watching the rewatch or on Team Replay, you can watch us live now 90 minutes earlier on Monday nights. Okay, everyone.
I was afraid that was going to happen. They're so entertaining. It's hard to pay attention to watch parties when...
Yeah.
So,
watch party time?
We'll pick a movie.
We will definitely...
it's time.
Yeah.
We'll pick one. It crossed our minds, so glad you Or reading it.
Yeah, definitely. We will be doing that. So, the wine calendar was my favorite, Ben.
Oh my gosh.
That was horrid.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you, Cynthia. I'm glad you liked it, but I'm the one that had to drink it all.
Oh, it was bad.
I threw away a lot of wine that year.
Well,
unfortunately.
Yeah.
We're doing a quick PTV taste test here. As you can see on screen, we have a bag of Cheetos Mexican street corn. Now, we normally enjoy having Cheetos, but we usually get the baked cheesy crunchies.
Yeah, it was just very basic.
We get
Also, Trader Joe's.
Yeah, we get Trader Joe's baked cheesy crunchies.
But I was stuck in a very horribly long line at the grocery store. And it was really long. And I happened to look there, and I'm like, ooh, Mexican street corn. Now, it's excellent.
Yeah.
If you haven't had Mexican street corn.
I don't know, maybe...
It's slathered with mayonnaise, sour cream, and
do you suppose
cheese.
Jim has had these before?
Can we get some more sunshine, please?
Hello,
Okay,
Jim.
so here we go.
Jim does his live show tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
Ready?
There we go.
Okay, Mexican street corn.
I love them.
I think okay.
You guys can have them. I'm not a fan.
Oh my god, these are so good.
I'm not really a fan of them either.
Oh.
Nope.
So ordinarily, I
They
love.
don't taste like wet paper or smell like wet paper.
I love. Yeah, exactly.
Elote
Elote
Cheetos.
Cheetos. That's what they are. Elote Cheetos.
They don't taste like elote to me, though.
But Jim has not had these. But he does like street corn.
Oh, they're
Street corn
delicious.
is delicious. I really do like it.
No, they're fine. They have a
Yeah.
little zing to them.
Well, we're doing a couple of tastings tonight, so why don't we
I
go
really
ahead?
should stop this. Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, Cynthia says they tried street corn in the air fryer. I would say that's something
Has to be grilled,
you want to grill it.
or it has to be corn. Kind of has to be on the grill with a little char to it.
Yeah.
So I can see the air fryer.
Now,
I don't know.
I've
Or
seen.
just make your way to Olivera Street in Los Angeles and you'll be fine.
Alvera.
Is-
Olivera, yeah. I've seen a lot of people tasting these online, and a lot of people have their comments about them. So we're going to go ahead and give it a try ourselves. These are the Space Dunk Oreos.
And what's so special about them?
They're Pop Rocks. It's like the 4th of July ones.
It says galactic design and cosmic cream with popping candy.
I've got a telescope on the
Oh,
back
there's
of mine.
popping cream. The little popping.
Oh, yeah, there's a popping.
There's the Pop Rocks. That's all it is.
I have a helmet.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a little rocket on this one.
They put Pop Rocks, and they did this in the 4th of July. It's delicious. Nothing special about it. It's sweet, creamy.
But I'll tell you, the Pop Rocks in the cookie,
I know.
yeah, it's just
That's interesting.
it's an odd sensation.
Yeah.
Pop Rocks and the cream. And
Yeah.
it's-
If you just let it sit in your mouth, you can hear the cracks in your ears.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's literally popping in my ears. Lick
So
it.
weird.
If you take it and lick it, and you have the cream just sitting on your tongue, it tingles all over inside your head.
Okay, it's still popping. I
Yeah.
finished eating the cookie. It's still popping. I like it.
We've had these before. This is nothing creative. They've already done this.
I haven't got any Pop Rocks yet. Mine's a dud.
No, did you lick it?
Mm-hmm.
Or you just let it sit there.
You have to let it sit.
I did.
Oh,
It's cracking in my ears.
Yeah, it's popping. I loved Pop Rocks even as a kid.
imagine the whole cream made of Pop Rocks.
It's
Oh,
That would be nice.
That would be a lot though.
Okay.
Don't talk to Megan about Pop Rocks. She'll think I'm the worst mother ever. Because when they were first popular, she wanted to try them. And Megan, being Megan, would not listen to me. So she tore the top of the envelope, poured a pile in her hand, and popped them in her mouth.
Okay.
She was so mad.
Because you told her not to, and so she was mad at herself because she didn't listen?
I think so.
Because she was thinking it was something else?
Because I wouldn't tell her what would happen.
You know, she's coming up to Sherry all the time saying, now I understand why you did this and why you did this and why you waited for this and such.
Yeah.
It's been pretty interesting.
So Jim says, while Oreo has a million varieties, Hydrox has 2, original and old stale bendable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, the Oreos they're making stuff up. Again, they already did this. This is not creative. It's just a more marketing, more to sell some of this crap.
But still, it's fun.
It's fine. I like it. We love the Pop Rock before. By the way, this is delicious, by the way.
Space Dunk Oreos. Speaking of delicious, I want to try these, and I'm hoping that they are delicious. Let's get on to Cookbook Corner. Okay, these are, as promised last week, Samoa's brownies.
We made them.
Oh,
wait.
So
we will
show them at the end, but
clump. You got to get rid of your clumps on your cocoa powder.
The cocoa powder that we have was excessively clumpy, so I had to make sure that it was sifted. While I did that, Doug melted the butter over a pot for a double boiler and then added the chocolate to it. Melted chocolate is the base for this particular brownie recipe, and I'll tell you, it's a great way to start. I
love that spatula.
Yeah, it's a good.
Look how rich that chocolate looks.
Yeah.
What can you go wrong? You can't go wrong with butter and chocolate.
I know. So then you add sugar and cocoa powder.
No, it's espresso powder.
Oh, yeah, and espresso powder. That's right, espresso powder. Then you just make sure that that's incorporated. And you can see it's just a little greeny. But now, that's not butter. That's eggs. We have to whip the eggs first, and then you do this after the chocolate is cooled a little so that you don't end up with scrambled eggs. But there you go. So Doug went ahead and added the eggs to the chocolate mixture.
Vanilla.
Oh, yeah, vanilla was added to it as well.
Oh, you can never go wrong with adding vanilla to anything.
And now this is the cocoa powder and the flour, baking powder, and chocolate chips. You add more chocolate chips to it.
Okay.
So you end up until just incorporated.
Now the chocolate chips don't melt. They're chunky, right?
Yes, they are chunky. So then you just put it in a prepared pan, and it bakes 28 to 30 minutes according to the recipe.
Oh God, that oven's so filthy. Hey, we cook. I just need to clean it.
It's important to temper those things. And it came out perfect. It didn't crack. It didn't flake. And no, Cynthia, it was not a melted peep. They were eggs. So, so these are the tools now. Doug made the caramel because it's actually just a very small portion. So you start by putting in just a quarter cup of sugar. Turn up the heat. Now, a lot of people are surprised when they find out that sugar is one of the liquid or wet ingredients, but you can see
hydroscopic people. It's
you can
water.
see it right there. It's just melting down to its real state of water.
Because sugar,
that's what
big granulated sugar has to come from a liquid.
That's what we do for flan.
Yep, there you go. That's the nice amber color, and add some butter to that as well.
So what was added to the sugar?
Just sugar.
It was just sugar, and now we're adding butter and then cream.
Oh my gosh! So the sugar turned brown like that when you were cooking. Oh wow!
Real fast,
and then we add coconut because they're Samoas. So then you incorporate that into the caramel, and then just pour it out on top of the prepared brownies. Use an offset spatula.
Oh,
when did you make these?
Sorry?
When did you make these?
They were made yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't make them when we were there.
No, it was yesterday. The brownies were baked yesterday.
Makes me
So they-
mad.
Well, that's okay because I'm not a big fan of,
Oh,
of
I
shredded
love-
coconut.
I love
Okay.
So, and that is the final result.
So they look like this.
So you're going to try them
So
for the first
they
time?
look delicious.
Yes, I have not tried this particular book.
I'll be kind of guilty. I
okay.
kind of already did.
This particular book is called Even Better Brownies. This is the Samoa's brownie recipe.
So it is very bendy, the coconut. So it's not. And it's amazing. Oh my God.
oh my,
Absolutely, positively.
this is spot on. It's perfect. This is a
The
great,
brownie is perfect. And just enough coconutty and caramely. It tastes like a Samoa Girl Scout cookie.
That's a great recipe.
This is absolutely hands down a perfect thing.
this is a great recipe. Really.
We'll
my
save
God.
some and put it in the freezer.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, those are yummy. Very
This
yummy.
is perfect.
Okay, so now with our upcoming book, we have another book here that we just picked up. You want to grab that?
Oh, he doesn't know what I picked either. Okay, well, my hands are sticky.
Okay.
It's, the ants are coming 2 by 2.
This book is called Bake Your Heart Out by Dan Langan.
Langan. Yeah.
He's one of these guys that is like an internet famous person.
And, he's out of Pennsylvania. I've been following him, and he just released this thing. It's a kind of a tome.
Yeah, and
It was on sale. It had
that's right. He's in Pennsylvania.
and it was discounted. Plus, I had a 20% off coupon you clipped
Okay.
on the Amazon.
So
Beautiful book.
It's a whole selection of different baked goods, bundt cakes, cookies, brownies, a whole bit.
So I picked out 2 for you guys to pick.
So this is going to be a vote again, like we did for Sherry's Craft this week. We're going to vote for 2 different things. One is called the Salty Crunchy Peanut Butter Mousse Tart
Which looks like this.
as A. So it looks like that. And then, or you can choose the Chunky Monkey Cupcakes.
But I can make it in a cake pan. So it's a peanut butter banana chocolatey thing.
So it's going to be A or B. I will put these out on Instagram or Facebook. If you don't follow us on those, please follow us on Instagram and Facebook and vote for these particular items. And we will let you know what the results are next week when we show you what we have baked in the kitchen during Cookbook Corner.
Oh my God, Donna has the book. Of course she does.
Everyone's already screaming B.
Everyone's already wanting to be.
You want the Chunky Monkey?
Well, we are
the
going
monkey
to.
one?
I'll put the vote out there.
Okay, well,
But
here.
you see, we're also starting.
Okay,
We're
Diane
starting to get
selected A.
A's now. So yeah, now we're getting. All right. So
Okay.
what we're going to do is, like I said, I will put this out on Instagram and Facebook, and you can vote on them. The poll will be open until Friday, so make sure that you put your vote in, and we will let you know what the results are. This book is called Bake Your Heart Out by Dan Langan.
But I mean, come on, they have a sentence here. Peanut butter forward frosting. So, looks delicious.
So we'll give that one a try and let you know what we think. And
Okay.
and actually, that was part of More Crap Delivery this week, so let's go ahead and get into that. Matt, do double votes count?
I'm going to make them both. But I just want to know which one
Eventually-
first.
Yeah, eventually we'll make them both. But in this case, we will let you decide which one we do first. So again, that'll be on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, definitely.
I asked him for years and years and years. I asked him, oh, I want to make this or this. And every single time when he says, oh, we should make that one, it's never the one that he picks. So he says, why do you even do that to me? Because you already made your decision what you want. And every time you ask me, you say no and you do your own thing anyway. And it's been like that for years and years and years. And I'm like, well, because I want to know. But almost all the time, he's like, I'm not going to answer it because you already know which one you're going to pick.
It's true.
So, but I always want people to know
But-
because I don't know which
all
one
right.
to start.
But More Crap Delivery. Ben, Sherry, what did you get this week?
No,
Well,
Ours is actually
I purchased ours.
yeah. Ours is related to the upcoming spring and a nod to Easter.
And the thing is that I've been dying to see what a Dollar Tree Plus store looks like. And they don't have any in California, but I went in to get some supplies for Easter crafts and some St. Patrick's Day stuff that I wanted to do. And they had a small Easter Plus section, spring and Easter Plus section. And when I was talking to the girl at the register, she said, yeah, the 19th, they will officially begin here in
Okay, for those of you who aren't following, why are you moving Gudetama?
Because we need him out of the way.
Get out of the way.
For those of you who do not understand what Dollar Tree Plus is, it's a section in the store where they can carry items that are not $1.25. They're anywhere from $3 to $4 or $5.
Yeah, and
I was out on Friday night, and Sherry came home with this. It was sitting on my bed,
but it was
more. Out. It was more than just this. They are nesting dolls.
They're like Russian nesting dolls.
Oh, yeah,
take them out.
It looks like some sort of fancy background that you would see on a Brady Kids
or a cookie cutter set.
Brady Kids cartoon. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, put them together.
All right.
Yeah, the thing is, the Dollar Tree Plus is just a section in the store. It's not like a separate store.
They've got them all over the place.
Well, we got this, and we also got a light up bunny.
This was $3, $5.
This was also $5. Now it's a little tough to see, but it does have a glowing effect to it.
Well, yeah, Haunted Mansion
flickers. It does
flicker like a candle.
It does have the little face on it.
Yeah, you can see the face there.
But yeah, these were fun finds. I mean, Doug was just ecstatic when he found his nesting.
I forgot the last one in the store.
Don't push that in.
No.
Okay, so let me show you what we have here. This came in from Amazon. Doug, for months, has been talking about wanting to bake sourdough bread. But kind of been dragging his feet on proper tools to do so.
I've been playing with it, but not playing with it the way I should, because I like to have all my tools first. So there's an article that King Arthur Baking did on February 5th of this year, so a week ago, talked about these things. They're proofing bowls. I
recognize that from Megan's Kitchen.
Yeah, exactly.
So it has the liner and everything. You put a ton of flour in it. You plop it in. It poofs up. And
depending on where you're from, it has different names. One is a Benatello,
Benetano
or Benatello or something like that. And then there is also
the German one of Bonfort
or something like that. But
the names are all there.
So now we're going to be experimenting with Jacques, which is the name of our sourdough starter.
We did from scratch.
Did you know that you can proof in the Instant Pot?
Yes, you can. Yeah. We also have a proofer.
Of course we do.
Okay,
where did panettone?
Where did you come up with the name Jacques?
Jacques Pepin.
Yeah, it was after a conversation with the Orlando guy, Richard. So,
well, we knew about him anyway. We liked him because he was Julia Child's best friend.
Yeah,
they were lifelong friends.
And
when she passed away in, I think, 2004, 5, or 6.
It's been years.
His heart was really broken because they were really, really, really good friends. And I just like him. He's just a really good French dude. And, French have that snotty. I love Ratatouille. It's my all-time favorite Disney movie. Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Pixar. It's not Disney. And since it's French... And, one of the best French people French cooks so we call him Jacques. Plus, it just sounds super pretentious. So when you have him,
yeah,
Megan has hers as like an old lady, like a 100-year-old dead ghost.
What
Ethel.
was she calling it?
Ethel. Hers is
It
named
just
Ethel.
sounds like an old dead person. Ethel.
Come on, that's rude.
No, it just kind of sounds like an old person name. I used mine as a cool French dude who's still alive.
Yeah,
She makes excellent bread.
she does. Megan makes excellent bread. But you know what? That was one of our things that we got this week. So we're very excited about that sourdough bread coming soon. We will be definitely sharing this with you when it's made. In the meantime, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching PTV Live.
The 407 Original Brand Apparel celebrates Orlando's famous area code as an affordable casual line of clothing that allows you to say you love Orlando without saying you love Orlando. Shop my online store for men and women's 407 Original Brand Apparel today, where American Express is warmly welcomed.
Gonna make it after all.
Doug will be right back. And just as a reminder, our time change is now. We are now 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, live every Monday night. Just want to make sure that we always just keep reinforcing that. Tell your family and friends that we have moved our times. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get started with a couple things for So This Happened. It's just a little unresponsive. Now, you can see the list there. We'll
I've got
start
one
with
more at the end.
We will go ahead and start with Ant Watch.
They're dead. That's it.
Yeah, they are dead.
They're dead.
We were able to do away with the colony, so no more ants in the kitchen. So I'm very happy about that.
Well, they lasted about a day, but they're super dead. Well, for the time being.
Yeah. And then there was a villa visit. Ben and Sherry came over this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had some fun.
Yeah.
We had show and tell.
Yeah, they did have some show and tell. And by the way, the peep show kind of thing, yeah, I want to make sure that we get in on the act as well, because it was not just Ben and Sherry that got the stuff. So, you know,
They got theirs too.
we could not resist.
Oh, I don't need to make a mess.
Yeah.
See, peep logo.
But yeah, we got them.
And there's no recording, but we bought ribbon. Sherry made the bows. Thank you. But we have ours.
Yeah, we have some bows. They had
Peep
ribbon.
made ribbon. So we have these big bows that do look like bunny tails on the back of our little bar stools.
Yeah.
Bar stools. I love them. I stare at them. So
Yeah.
you look at our house. We have a little bit of Easter. We have the Valentine table. And we still have some Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
It's great here.
You will see the peep ribbon at the end of the video.
Oh, you got
the end of the
video?
show.
Okay.
It's in the Moment of Groovy, so you'll see
I didn't
that.
want to take it off the thing because it's like it's already there.
But the peep show, that's definitely it. And then to finish off So This Happened, you have a Care Bear moment. Now, want to talk a little bit about that?
We were leaving our store.
Okay.
Yes.
What store?
Winco.
Our Frugal Hoosier.
Our Frugal Hoosier. The thing is that...
Okay, you went shopping at the Frugal Hoosier on Super Bowl
Yes.
Sunday again.
2:00. We had to be home because things were getting delivered, so we had to leave at 2:00.
It was...
And we had to go to the hardware store too.
Yeah, it was like a panic shop. People
Oh,
were freaking out getting
it was like
ready.
a holiday. It was really busy.
It felt like Christmas. People were just...
Okay, first of all, it is a holiday. When you have that much food being put out there for people to eat during an event on television, it's a holiday.
I would
Okay.
already had everything done, smoked and everything.
But people were just buying things. I mean, they were just grabbing whatever they could find and throwing it in their cart, getting to the checkout stand as fast as possible.
But we needed
But
the cream and we needed the coconut to make the brownies for that day.
now you'll remember This happened a couple of years ago. Doug, you went and saw someone walk in.
Oh, she's wearing this very raspberry bright, fuzzy bathrobe that looked like she skinned a Care Bear. I mean, it was really, these people, we have like some very interesting wildlife that goes to the store with us. Well, this one decided to get out of the car, and giant moths attacked her pants, and she had no ass cheeks. Her pants were completely gone. I mean, she bent around and started walking, and all I saw was no pants. Her back end was completely gone.
Her back end.
And I'm like, he didn't have his phone out. I'm trying to get out, not get hit.
You're talking about jeans that are usually threadbare on the knees, or maybe a hole on the thigh or on the calf. No,
all it was.
This was beat on the backside of the pants.
There was the band of a belt, no pants. Then there was a strip where she ripped it out, so it kind of tucked under her ass. And then there was nothing underneath it. So it was like these two, like a W, and that, I mean, she had no pants. And I'm like, actually, where are these people?
You know, it's interesting, Mara, that's a very good way of putting it. Nude leggings.
No, but she cut him, so the stripe of what pant was there, that was like a U, coddled to push up her behind. And it was gross. It was unattractive. It was vile in every way. And I mean, you're going to a store with your exposed ass cheeks. That I would be pissed. If I was the manager, I said, get out. No shirt, no shirt, no shoes, no ass cheeks, no shopping. So I'm going to, he's dying because I'm just lit and also not trying to get hit. And we're like, we got to show that. I'm like, I can't put that on. That
I am not. No, I was not going to put that on the show.
It was vile.
Absolutely not.
I'm like, why do these people go out? I bet she just looked at herself in the mirror and go, I'm good to go. And that's disgusting.
Yeah, Matt. There were no undies there.
No, nothing.
No undies.
There was a lot of work to get those.
Just right, huh?
Yeah. Just right, so they just lift them up enough. I mean, it was gross.
Yeah.
And there's holes all over. I mean, there were some giant moths who just hacked those pants.
No, I think you've learned your lesson now where you don't go to that store on Super Bowl Sunday.
No, it tells us that we're not supposed to ever leave the house.
Pants that is a real peep show.
That was. I mean, the timing was perfect. It was so gross.
Okay.
We've seen all kinds of stuff.
I had something happen to me too. That was, I told you about it before the show. I put on a pair of pants yesterday that I hadn't worn in several months. I had worn them well before Mom passed away. But in that time, I have lost almost 15 pounds. And so I put them on, but I realized that when I laundered them after I used them last, I had left a Kleenex in my pocket. And when I took it out, this is what I found. That was the shape of the Kleenex inside my pocket.
That you washed, that smashed into that shape.
Yeah, and for me it was really special. Because, I mean, Wednesday will be my first birthday without Mom being alive. And it'll be the 35th anniversary of Dad's passing.
Yeah. 35 years.
35 years.
35 years on my birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesdays is going to be a funky day.
So that heart shape was kind of a special find for me.
Well, speaking of heart shapes, Sherry is working on a craft now. So why don't we go ahead and get started with craft time?
Okay.
Big way I did.
Let me get this out of the way. I'm working on Easter stuff and it's flying all over the place.
Or carrots?
No. This is an egg.
Yeah, she's doing eggs this year.
Not all. I'm going to do a couple of carrots. Those are the ones that take the bunny butts that my grandkids.
Oh, the bunny butt
Cynthia,
thing.
totally understand. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you for
tonight.
showing up. Peace
Okay.
out.
What I did for this craft that we did is I took some Dollar Tree supplies, and one of them was this heart that comes like this. And what I did was I just popped this off with a little spatula. There's a couple of glue on the back, and you can just pop them off. And this is tin, so I can use it for later if I want.
Oh, okay.
So there's that. You pop that off.
Oh my gosh, look at that. It's just all like outlined right
all of
there.
them are like that so that they know where to place them.
Of course.
And then I don't know about you. I know some crafters will use the wrong side for their craft and just leave the back side as is, but I don't like that. So I used the heat gun and pulled the paper off, and then I put some, I rubbed some water on it and was able to rub off all of the glue. Then I also had...
She's retired, everyone.
Yeah.
She's got the time to do that.
Then I also had a package of these metal signs from Dollar Tree that I've had a couple of years. And inside was Valentine, an XOXO, and love. And that's what I used for tonight's craft. And I actually...
so instead of using the love that came with the heart,
right,
you
I used a smaller one. And I painted it the same red that I used for the beads. Now, this is something else that Dollar Tree sells, so that I didn't have to make the heart myself. They come already shaped in the heart. They also have eggs out now for Easter this way. But so at any rate, I took these, and for this one, I didn't water down the paint. I just went ahead and painted them red. So this is what it looks like finished. This is what I started with. Then I used some craft paper, which is what you saw me put on earlier. And before I do anything with it...
That looks like something you'd find at Victoria's Secret.
That's why I say it's very old lady-ish.
No, old lady-ish has nothing to do with Victoria's Secret.
No, and what I like to do is I like to soften the edges a bit. So I'm using this Distress Oxide in a color ground espresso. And I've got this little, it looks like
like a stamp.
A stamp for wax. Looks like a wax stamp.
So it looks like a stamp for passports.
Well, that too. And I just kind of rub it around the edges just to give it a little bit of a weathered.
So she's aging it.
A weathered look so that it...
Much like she's aging me by my having to watch this in front of me.
Oh God. I know. If I said anything like that, I'd get yelled at.
No, I'm already prepared to get hit.
You're lucky I'm holding the heart. So yeah, I just soften the edges some because for some reason those clean, crisp edges work for some things, but there are other things that I just,
She wants an aged look.
Yeah, I like the aged look stuff.
It's very popular, the distressed kind of.
Yeah, and I'm not going to bother with anything on the inside because we're going to be filling this up. So that's what it looks like with the distressed ink on it.
Interesting. You did that so fast, and it looks very well detailed.
It adds some depth to it, is what I like to say. Then you take the heart beads, the heart of beads, and then what I do is I just start gluing it down in place because it's hard for the glue will set up real fast on you. So what I do is I just kind of turn that around and then just set it down where I want it.
Oh.
And then not every bead gets glued. I just glue a few in place. So like here, I'll do this.
And then turn it around.
And then I'll kind of lift up a little bit and turn it around so it doesn't
Smear.
So the
smear
beads are on this frame?
Yeah,
What?
they're from Dollar Tree.
Really?
Yeah, they come on the frame like this, so I don't have to form it myself.
All you do is paint it.
Yeah.
But you have to have the right size heart for this particular craft to work. Last week, she made one where she was going to use the heart of beads on one thing, and she put it on the wrong heart.
I ended up using it on a smaller heart.
Oh.
Is what happened with me. So,
but it still turned out very nice.
But I had to fiddle with the shape of the heart in order to get it to lay flat on the other wooden heart. See, so as you go along, it's rather easy to put the glue on.
You know what? I wouldn't have even thought of gluing the side of the bead and then turning it into to where you're going to glue it. That's just Sherry thinking outside the box of how to do things as easy as possible.
Yeah, exactly. And you just have to be careful when you turn it so that you don't touch the paper.
Or the glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would be my thing. I would always be touching the glue. I hate hot glue.
And you just have to make sure that
I'm so challenged in that respect.
Well, you would probably do okay with the glue guns that have the low heat. Those don't burn.
See, this is why she does the crafting and why I do my show on Thursdays, which is coming up this coming Thursday. I will be doing an episode that shows Sherry working on making our stuff for our meal that we had during Super Bowl.
So you're a Super Bowl dinner.
Yeah.
Or lunch. It was a late lunch, early dinner.
It was, well, we started eating at like 4:30, so I would say it was an early dinner. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was late.
So I'll do a couple more beads.
But going to the restaurants before the prices change at 5.
Yeah.
And so as you get toward the end, it gets a little bit tighter because you've got
they're glued together.
You've got some of them already glued down. So as you come around, it's a little bit harder to lift it up and put it in place. But it's easier than trying to get all of the glue on the beads and then turning it over and finding out that half of it is already dried.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or that when you turn them over, the beads shift.
Yeah.
I think you got it right.
I'm going to do one up at the top. Yeah, I'll do one at the top.
Wow.
Or in this case, the bottom.
And so you don't need to do them all. Just enough to keep them down in place.
How appropriate. It does look like a bottom.
Oh, Ben.
You are.
Then what I did...
I've been traumatized by enough butts. I don't need heart butts.
So what
I'm done with butts.
What I did with this love sign is I took some of these little beads, wooden beads,
which she has in her stash,
and I wanted to be able to elevate the sign some in the heart. So what I do is I just put a little dab of glue, put the heart down in some key places. The bead. What did I say?
Heart.
Oh.
You just got heart on the mind.
Yep, I do.
And Ben has butts on the mind.
The show is going to...
Well, that's because it looks like a butt. It's an upside down butt.
Like what Doug saw.
Yeah, and I wanted to bleach my eyes out. I did not want to drive. I just wanted to get home. This is why we don't want to ever leave. There's way too much humanity out there. so sad.
It was too peoply out there yesterday.
Yeah. We needed coconut and...
Well, had you waited an hour and a half, it wouldn't have been as peoply.
Yeah.
No, I think it probably still would.
The
We need
game started at 3:30 our time, and you would have been fine.
We
People
wanted-
were already at home watching Reba McEntire sing the national anthem.
Waiting for Usher to do the halftime.
Didn't see.
No.
Did not watch either of those.
We actually decided to turn it on,
the
and
thing
we
is-
were impressed.
We
We were entertained.
We do follow this one channel called Retail Archaeology. He premiered a video just as halftime started, so that you had an alternative of something to watch.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
interesting.
pay any attention to halftime. I mean, I started watching it, but
I didn't know his episode had come out.
Yes.
So yeah, he did something. So we ended up watching the game and enough of it, and it is.
okay. So this is what
That's what the love looks like.
that's what it looks like. It's elevated some.
It gives it depth.
It does. So I'm going to put that aside for a minute, and then we're going to bring the heart back over. And then what you start doing is you start building
Your tribute to the garden.
excuse me, Ben. Gudetama's in my way.
Ugh.
And these flowers came from Michael's.
And Sherry never pays full price for these things.
No, I never do.
There's always some sort of coupon or sale
No,
involved.
it's interesting. On camera, the buds actually look somewhat realistic.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
That's why I get these from there, because they're not the most expensive ones, but they're better quality than
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. Yeah. So then I just take my little snips
Oh,
and just take them off.
thank you, Donna. Thank you for validating.
I have a spoon like that. It's supposed to be a heart, but when we call it the butt spoon, because that's what it looks like.
Exactly.
Yes, Pam, I agree. They look like
They look very real.
like real roses.
And what I'll do is when I clip them, I usually will just pull the leaves up as far as I can until I figure out where I want them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I've got them all. I've got the roses, and then I've got these that look like baby carnations.
Incarnations.
Carnations.
Yes.
Everybody knows that. Misha.
Consider this camel's back broken. Who sends pink carnations?
My networking group had Valentine's Day on. Our networking group on a Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh.
And they said, it'd be really cool if we as a chapter we just brought flowers, and they had a flower company, and all it was red and pink carnations.
Oh,
So he didn't know about it, so I go in and I was like, here, happy Valentine's Day. And it was a pink carnation, and he totally knew it. It's
So-
so you kind of need to watch TV, so.
But what I do is I just start kind of putting them in places to where I think I want them. And I don't necessarily need to use all of the flowers, but I like to mix them. I don't like just
She's always been like this. She doesn't like things that are symmetrical for the most
no,
part.
for the
or
most
it's
part,
like,
yeah.
Richard decided to join us.
Does it need sublimation though?
No.
Yes, Mar, he is here finally.
So then what I will do,
Richard, you're gonna have to go back and see what Doug had to say about their visit to the Frugal Hoosier.
There was also this little thing.
What?
at the very beginning. So what I will do is I will usually just hold everything together that I want right there and kind of check it out. And
Now,
then
okay, I got a question. Just keep going. For those of you who grew up with television, does anyone recognize that sound effect that
Yes.
Arnie used?
Yes. Oh my
God. Hold on. Let's see it in the chat. Yeah, very good, Joy.
Joy said it first.
It's so iconic.
So you can see I've got these
There it is, everyone, Donna and D&G Explorers.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I have all the stems here in place where I want them. And what I will do is I will just go ahead and hot glue.
It's going to glue the crap out of it.
Just across like that. And hold them in place for a little bit until that glue sets.
Yeah, you do that. I don't want to jeopardize my fingers getting all burnt up.
You're not going to if you know how to do it.
Yeah.
See, I'm holding it on.
You're talking about me, the craft challenged.
I'm holding it on either side of the glue. So we just kind of have to let it do its thing so it doesn't pop up.
See, Diane says carnations at school because roses were too expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's
They're very popular. There actually are, but it's just
a white sport coat and a pink tarnation.
the dog's name was Astro.
Astro, yes.
That was a very popular song when I was little.
What?
Judy.
Marty Robbins, a white sport coat and a pink carnation. But I never could say carnation, so it was always a white sport coat because I couldn't say my S's, and a pink tarnation.
Tarnation?
Yeah, that's what I would say. Dad always used to give me a bad time about that. He thought it was cute. Okay, so that's in place. So then what you can do is you can start fiddling with these. And what I will do is I will also take some glue and I'll put it right down here.
Thank you, Donna.
On the heart itself. And just press the flower down so it stays where it's supposed to.
She's telling those roses who's in charge.
Yep. And I do the same thing on a lot of them.
And me.
Hold them in place.
And of course, George worked at Spacely Sprockets.
Space Sprockets.
And then I'll do this one.
Arch rival Cogswell Cogs.
Yeah, Cogswell Cogs.
I like the maid.
Rosie.
I mean, gotta say,
yes,
even though
Mr.
that was
Spacely.
Oh yeah, he was.
And then what I will do is I will just go ahead and keep on coming down. I'll put another one here, but I just need to make sure I get it where it needs to be.
You want to tilt it so it looks like you just cut it and you just push one centered so it's just facing right out?
Oh, I will in a bit. Like this, you mean?
Yeah, like literally just take it off the stem, but just stick it in so...
Well, I could, but I need the stem to be able to do that. Yeah, I need the stem to do that, Doug, because you don't want to do it straight out because flowers don't really grow that way. So I can do it like, do it like that a little bit.
And then you just glue it to hide you glue one leaf to hide the glue.
And yeah, and then I'll glue this down right in here. I'll put some glue on this on the flower and the leaf and just put it down where I want it.
And there's a bow.
Nope, no ribbon on this thing.
Yeah.
No bow? You're not going to
No
put
bow.
bottom?
No bow.
Oh.
And so then what I do is I will go ahead and take glue and put it on the back of that leaf and push it down. And then I will take some of the green off of
another flower.
Off of another flower. And then I will just,
for good measure,
trim it. I'll cut them off. There's a little plastic piece that's holding them all together.
Richard says it needs fairy lights.
No, the beads need to light up.
That last week, Richard.
It already has Mod Podge.
So then what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and start bringing it down this way. So that it will cover those.
It covers all the stems.
So it'll cover all the stems. Whoops. Whoops, whoops.
Yeah, Mar, we always were talking about that, especially since the pandemic, that they were referencing the Jetsons a lot. Look, we have Zoom calls, FaceTime, and all the stuff that, who knew when we were watching it as kids that
And
were
also
so good.
That we were going to be living that life.
watches that you
And
talk
tablets
with.
you walk around and you can have a conversation with. So, how...
Even pulling up the newspaper on the screen.
Yeah, they would do that. Okay, so I'm almost done with these.
They also had televisions that were the size of the wall.
Yeah.
We have that as well.
We have flat screen TVs.
Yep.
And if you think about it, George working with push buttons is kind of like what we do by working on our computers all day long.
And Rosie, is a robot. We have Roombas. I mean,
And
it's
the walking sidewalks.
We have walking sidewalks.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, you think about it now, you're like, back then it was like...
And me
ooh.
personally, I think electric cars that are on the street should make a noise.
Like,
just like the Jetsons cars.
It should actually have that noise so you hear them. They have now a honing, rumbling sound, not a rumble, like a moan, like a low-level hum.
Yeah.
It sounds like the hover bikes that were on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
But that's what they have the noise because, when you're hybrid or electric cars, they make no noise.
He's right. Our cars don't fly yet, but they're getting close. They've got some prototypes that are actually working,
and that's kind of scary.
But nothing like traffic in the air that they had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you poof out in a pod.
Sure, that's looking really nice.
And because now at Vision Pro, people have goggles on.
So all of those stems are covered with all these leaves cascading down. And then you just take the little love sign and put hot glue on all of those beads. But let me move this out of the way so I don't get glue everywhere.
I mean, you can, like you said, you got the flowers on sale. You could do any kind of different type of flowers. You can mix in some flowers with these.
And then you can just kind of place it wherever you want, and I'll place it right there. And then I will take my, I know what I need. I need another flower up at the top, cascading over to cover the little hook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can't have hooks exposed.
No.
Look finished.
Cords.
Yeah, like cords in our Christmas trees. We don't like to have the cords showing.
The amount of time I do to hide cords.
Doug is so particular with that.
But yeah, it's something that nobody sees, but it's like, and I say to myself, why do I care? Why am I doing this? Spending an obscene amount of time just to kind of hide cords.
It's because you are you and you like to present yourself. You do presentations all the time.
Yeah.
You're used to that kind of level of detail.
But also, I have to see it every single day. So if I want it the way I want it.
Ben, we have a question in the chat. How many days till Christmas?
We have 317 days until Christmas.
Wow.
By the end of the month, it will be 300.
Yes.
What is it, 60 days, 2 months roughly from now, we're going to get our Hallmark book?
Roughly 2 months.
Yeah, it's about 2 months. It'll be sometime in early to mid-April.
Yeah, generally it's around the teens time, and we're already on the 12th.
Yeah, so we're
about 60 days ish.
We're not that far out from doing our Dream Book show.
And of course,
they did a preview.
Right.
They did a preview on the Facebook, and they showed only like 2 ornaments, and they blurred out. And they said because they were videotaping their photo shoot. Put the catalog together, and they said, here's one, and they put it up real quick, and we're like, oh, please don't tell us that they're doing this. I just thought, oh god, we're gonna be so poor.
What is it?
It was it was miniature, I believe.
I don't remember.
I'm going to get in trouble.
I mean, I remember at the time saying,
Yeah, I
yes,
will.
that's
Now
it.
it's just drawing a blank. But if you go back on the Facebook page, and I'm like, oh no.
Ken's liking what he's seen.
No, I'm glad. So I just fiddle with it until I get the leaves, where I want them. And
And again, lots and lots of hot glue.
not a lot.
No, not too much. Yeah, I would have to look up it. It was because they were having fun. They were showing how they photo shoot the whole ornament because they need to get it needs to go to press. Like they probably already sent it to press.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's already at press.
Because this was like a couple weeks ago, so
Yeah,
they could
so-
crank this stuff out fast.
But of course, come April, as soon as they release that dream book, we will be doing
going
our-
shopping.
our annual show where we go shopping. And dream.
Okay,
And that is the
there it is.
that's the heart.
The last thing that I need to do is I will take my
Snip.
my needle nose pliers, and I will find out where the holes are in the back of this and just punch the hole in.
Oh, so you got it.
Oh, yeah,
this
so
does have a
you
little-
can hang a little rope.
Yeah, Richard, I need some zhuzhing.
It is.
And then I've got some narrow satin ribbon,
Okay.
1/8 of an inch. You put it through.
This is the very thing that D&G needs to decorate their brand new home.
And so I knot it a couple of times so it won't slide back through the hole. So I just knot it on itself.
So that way it doesn't come through the hole.
Yeah. And then I make sure that it's okay. Yeah, see, that's still not going to... Because I'm using the bigger heart.
Yeah. And it's got bigger holes.
Yeah. Than the little one that I made the mistake of using.
That is some low hanging fruit there when you're talking about a butt.
No.
So what I will do is I will just go
Be a
ahead.
therapist after my grocery store experience. Enough of that.
I will just
It's a
go ahead.
long
and put
time
some
and a lot of
glue-
money.
I'll put some glue on the knot
The
and
glue's
bring it down, and then I just use a little bit of the glue to hold the ribbon down, and I'll trim the ribbon.
Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, I agree. It is pretty.
It's very Valentine-y.
And then I will put
Almost kind of feels like a fancy card. So you give that on top, so it's like a piece of decoration. You give it with some kind of chocolate or with real roses. It kind of, you get a 2-for-1 because that does look like a giant card.
It does.
It's actually kind of cool now that you think about it. It's like nice. People will like, oh.
and then just make sure that
Because flowers die, and if you give them real ones, then you got the fake ones. And chocolates, you can work them down, so they have a little memento afterwards that they can keep to remember. Oh, that was special.
Yeah. Are your fingernails blue or purple, Sherry?
purple.
Okay.
Are these the newer ones?
Yeah, I had them done Friday.
Okay.
Okay.
I went to a new salon because I didn't want to go across town to get into Alameda by myself
Well, I understand.
with everything that's been going on here in Oakland. So,
Sherry, Richard says, outline with fairy lights, I say.
Richard, you are impossible.
No.
He's not impossible. He's incorrigible.
That too.
Are we such Big words on the show. Everybody needs a dictionary when they watch us.
We just need to put out like a little syllabus or something that explains what we do, and then have an appendix.
Yeah.
With that syllabus.
These are the words we're going to use today.
These are all the words that we refer to as Dougisms.
Or just like incorrigible, or I mean, it's kind of like.
I like that idea. Donna says, I would do the love in fairy lights.
Oh my God.
Only if you can find a small strand of them.
And there you go.
That's the back of the butt.
And I like to put a small hanger on them. So that's
Your Valentine card.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this and the other one are going with me to Bible study tomorrow night, along with some of the other crafts that we've done to give as Valentines.
Sherry, go ahead and hold it up so that we can see it on camera here. Yeah, that's very nice. And the aged edge is very nice as well.
So that's what it looks like.
That is fantastic.
Very nice.
So just a little, little creativity.
Wonderful.
Oh, I did have these. I don't think I need any of these with this one.
No, you don't.
The little
Ben, one more time. What is Life with Ben about on Thursday?
We show you the process that Sherry went through to prepare our dinner that we had during Super Bowl.
Wonderful. Okay. And this past week,
yeah,
this past week, what
delicious.
You had?
What?
This past week, what was Life with Ben?
Oh, this past week?
Yeah.
Was that the pizza comparison?
Yeah, pizza for one.
And what happened on the next day after you released your video on Thursday? What happened was Friday? Friday was National Pizza Day.
Yeah.
Yep. He did not know that.
Not intentional.
Yeah. But we did go do National Pizza Day.
Accident.
You will see that during the moment of Groovy. You'll see also the visit that Ben and Sherry had with us, and also a couple of other little things.
Yeah, we partaked in the
but that's coming up in the moment of Groovy, everyone. Thank you so much for watching tonight.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be on Monday. I don't know, because I'm going up to Roseville to see the kids for my birthday. So I'm leaving on my birthday in the afternoon. I'll take the train up, and then we'll be coming home Monday, hopefully early morning, though, to avoid the long weekend traffic coming home. Because
it's
Sunday
also supposed to be super, super stormy. So.
Oh, is it? Oh, because I know on Sunday I'm going with the girl and Jeremy and Elizabeth to see Disney on Ice in Sacramento, because that was their birthday present to the girl.
Now that sounds like fun.
So I'm excited. I haven't seen a Disney on Ice in years. So
that was like over 20 years. The last one I think we saw was Beauty and the Beast on Ice.
So everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight for our show. Valentine's Day 2024 is on Wednesday. Tomorrow, of course, is Mardi Gras, and you don't want to miss Jim's show. It's his annual Mardi Gras show on More Sunshine, Please.
Oh, thank you, Donna.
Oh, my goodness.
Happy birthday. Yay.
Oh, wow. A super chat for Sherry. Happy birthday, Sherry. Love you. Donna, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that.
I'll see if I can find something at the ice show.
Yeah.
Yes. Happy Fat Tuesday Eve. Remember Jim's show tomorrow night at 7 p.m. D&G, I'm not sure if they're going to go live on Wednesday.
Yeah,
they're not doing Wednesdays now. They're doing Saturdays.
They're doing Saturdays now.
They've been a little preoccupied. I think a lot of change in their life, which is
so
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's exciting. The change.
It's exciting. Good change.
And like every year, Jim celebrates Fat Tuesday.
Yep.
And it's Valentine's Day on Wednesday. It's Ash Wednesday. The beginning of Lent. It's Easter season. It's all kinds of stuff this week.
A lot is happening this week. So everyone, whatever you celebrate, enjoy. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sherry.
You've been PTV Live with the birthday girl. Everyone, thank you so much. Have a magical evening. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And now your moment of groovy. Good night, everyone. Bye.